are dancing.
It is going to happen here in Georgia.
Duel with a steal and a dunk.
I'm committed to helping make that happen.
Good old net. My goodness. Blue Kane strokes it from the right corner.
This is the 2025 NCAA Tournament.
Showtime. One-handed slice. Oh, yeah. He'll shoot and rip it for three. A little showtime for RJ. Georgia will win it. How about them dogs?
Go Dogs! On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network, this is Georgia Basketball. Brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Georgia Farm Bureau, always the home team. And by Piedmont Healthcare. Brought to you by Piedmont, the official healthcare provider of the Georgia Bulldogs. This is the Grindhouse Killer Burgers Bulldog Courtside Show. Now to Intrust Bank Arena in Wichita, Kansas. Alongside Chuck Dowdle, here's the voice of the Bulldogs, Scott Howard.
Hi again, everyone, and welcome to the NCAA Tournament and another afternoon of Georgia Bulldogs basketball. We say hello indeed from Intrust Bank Arena in Wichita, Kansas, as the Georgia Bulldogs make their 13th appearance in the tournament. This one a long time in the making, 10 years after the last one, as Georgia plays in the Midwest Regional and will face tournament regular the Gonzaga Bulldogs here today. It's the 6th all-time meeting between the two programs, and the first since they met in New York in the preseason NIT on Thanksgiving week back in 2014. This is their first pairing in postseason play. Georgia closed out its regular season with an SEC best 4-game winning streak before falling to Oklahoma in the SEC tournament in Nashville last week. The Bulldogs come into this game with a record of 20-12 overall. Gonzaga's conference slate much less rigorous in the West Coast Conference. The Spokane Washington Bulldogs finished second in the WCC regular season, then defeated San Francisco and St. Mary's to win their conference tournament 9 days ago in Las Vegas. The Zags are playing in their 26th consecutive NCAA tournament. They are 25-8 overall, their 18th straight season with 25 or more wins, an NCAA Division I record. Alongside Chuck Dowdle and producer and engineer Adam Gillespie, I'm Scott Howard, back with you once again. Luke Nat Carney is our network studio host. The Bulldogs NCAA Tournament Courtside Show is brought to you by Grindhouse Killer Burgers. Live fast, eat well with Grindhouse Killer Burgers. We are pleased to have you along with us today for Bulldogs basketball. We'll have more thoughts on Georgia and Gonzaga in the NCAA Tournament when we continue right after this on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Check out Ford F-150, the official truck of the Georgia Bulldogs, at your local Ford dealer today. Now here's the official Chuck of the Bulldogs, Chuck Dowdle, with our NCAA Tournament keys to the game. Chuck.
Been waiting a long time, in a hot minute since we've had a chance to do the NCAA Tournament keys to the game. But I'll tell you what, we're going to start with one that is very clear, and that is we are going to have to protect the basketball. This team is elite at turning you over and scoring off of live ball turnovers. We're going to have to stop that. Here's what I'm going to guarantee you. We will out-rebound Gonzaga. That I promise you. We will probably outshoot Gonzaga. Now comes the hard part, figuring out how to outscore Gonzaga. And one way is to stop the turnovers. We've got to do that first. We've got to limit their trip to the free throw lines because they are an elite. They are one of the best in the country at the free throw line. And then hopefully that'll hold their scoring down because they're second in the nation in scoring, only behind Alabama. And so if they're not getting points off of a lot of shots, but getting their points off turnovers, and we can hold those down and hold this team. I've gone back and looked. They have won one game, and it just happened to be the last one they played. But one game when they scored fewer than 70 points. If we can hold these guys under 70, and I understand that that's a task, they average 86.6 a game. If we can hold them under 70, we win this basketball game, and that's what I'm looking for, our defense and our protection of the basketball on offense to do for us today.
Georgia here in this tournament trying to win at least one game for the first time since 2002 when the Dogs' last tournament victory came against Murray State in Chicago 23 years ago.
You know, the other thing that a lot of people overlook with Gonzaga, now today they've altered their lineup a little bit, but mostly the lineup they've been going with, they've started 3 seniors, 1 redshirt senior, and 1 graduate. That's guys that now we're talking about guys that are about, just a year or so away from Social Security. And we in the meantime, we're going with, a lot of times we'll have on the floor 3 sophomores and 2 true freshmen. So, I mean, they have obviously age and experience on us. We're just going to have to figure out a way to combat that and make them pay for any mistakes they make on the floor today.
Georgia will be in black uniforms today. Gonzaga, the higher-seeded team, they're in the whites. Our officials today, Marcus Pettigrew, Nate Harris, and Lucas Santos. It'll be Asa Newell and Graham Ike in the center circle. Here's the toss and the tip. And Georgia will control the opening tap. We are underway in Wichita, Kansas, NCAA tournament. Georgia basketball, from our vantage point, they'll work left to right here in the first half. And Gonzaga rebounds. Nembhard sends it to Hickman this way, and a three-pointer is good on the left wing. Nolan Hickman, the 6'2 guard, with his 73rd three. He's their top three-point shooter. Zags with a 3-0 lead. Here's Caleb Battle, floater, right baseline, or left baseline rather, is good with a right hand. Right in front of us. He's picked up by Silas Demery. Big man backing Silas down, baseline spin, left-handed jump hook, good.
Yeah, well, that was a mismatch size-wise.
8 straight points for Gonzaga. It's 8-0.
Have to start making some.
Nembhard catch and shoot 3 from the left wing. Oh my goodness! Who built that rim? That should have bounced off the far side and it rolled back in to Ike in the paint. He avoids a defender, floats it up with a left hand, good from 6 feet away. 13 straight points to start the game for Gonzaga. Paint, pump fake, shoots with the left hand, won't go. Offensive rebound, Newell. Turnaround jump, hook, good. And that's the first basket of the game for the Dogs. Asa Newell with the first points for Georgia, and it's 13-2.
And his 3rd rebound of the game. I mean, he has been doing a job on the glass.
Bounce pass down the lane line to the baseline. Back out front for a quick 3. Nolan Hickman. Boy, they move that ball around perfectly, and Hickman hits a 3.
And they don't miss. That's the thing.
That's his second 3 of the game, and it's 18-3 Gonzaga. Now they get it back to Hickman. 3-pointer coming from the corner. That one, Inocenti hits the 3 right in front of the Georgia bench. That's their 4th 3 of the game. A couple of times, hand off to Nembhard. Back on the bounce to Huff. Floats it up and in with the left hand. They don't miss. That one from about 6 feet left of the basket. Wrap around bounce pass to Gregg into the corner. Now they go into Big Huff on the block. He steps under just an absent and lays it up, reverse lay-in from the left side. A beautiful move by their big. Gregg, pump fake. Tried to go up for a dunk. Absent blocked his shot. He got it back, and then he steps back a little fadeaway in the lane. Is good by Gregg, and Georgia has to call a timeout. It's 27-3. My goodness. Kane and right back to Silas. 8 on the shot clock. Nice screen for Silas. He curls wide to the right now into the lane. Fade away 2. He pushes it up. It rolls in good. And a foul in his 6 years of college basketball. And he just rips a 3 right over Blue Kane right in front of us.
They are now 5 for 5 from behind the arc.
Nice spin move by Dakota LeFew from the right corner into the lane. He underhands it up and in with the right hand. Used the glass, and Dakota on the board. 30-7. He's 0 for 11 on threes this season. Offensive rebound, Asa. Quick feed to LeFew. Wide open, uncontested 3. Dakota with a Scana Energy 3-pointer for the Dogs. And it's 30-10.
And that's our first of the game.
They feed it to Nembhard. He charges under the basket, throws it out on the wing. Dump it into the corner. Bailiff 3, good, right in front of our basket. Newell hops down the lane, will score off the glass in close range, and they foul him, count the bucket, and we'll send Asa Newell to the line for an and-one opportunity. Up the ball to Battle. He'll attack and drive, spin it off the right side of the glass, up in the air with that spin and good. Oh, that was a nice highlight play by Caleb Battle for Gonzaga. 13 straight to start the game, then had a 14-3 run after that. We feed it into Sompto, and he'll dunk it and hang on the rim and pull it down a little bit. He's rocking the basket. Shot clock still moving on top of the backboard. Dogs trail by 17. Battle with the drive down the right lane line to the backboard. A jumping layup good. Dogs inbound it quickly to Lawrence up the near sideline. He slams on the brakes in the right corner. I'm trying to get into the paint. Battle's tugging on his hip. He throws it up going across. The basket is good and a foul on the play. Count it. Dogs going to the line for another and one opportunity. Gonzaga will inbound the basketball, beat Georgia's pressure. Hickman for three, left slot, all net good. Hickman with his third three, he's got a dozen points. Nimhard dribbles it between the circles. To the right wing, Hickman for three, that one's good, all net again. 15 points for Nolan Hickman. Drop it back to Asa, fakes the three, drives in, paint points, good, spinning move, and he banked it home right off the square. Threw it off with a thud, and it went right down through the basket. And the Dogs have some catching up to do. Go into Asa Newell. He works one-on-one with Huff. Yeah. And he gets that ball to hang on the rim and fall through right in the restricted zone. He got in deep. Battle feeds it into EK inside, over to Huff. Wide open three, the big guy. Wide open three, knocks it down from deep in the right corner. Dylan James tried to close out on him, but 51-29. There's Asa for a dunk.
Yeah, good look by Dakota LeFew inside. And
lost the ball. Now he retrieves it. Works inside, underneath, all the way to the basket. Spin move, lay in good. Handed back to LeFew. Drives into a double team, lost the dribble. Recovers it, scoops it back to Silas. He rips a three from the right wing. Scana Energy three-pointer. Silas Demery, his first of the game, and he's got 10. 53-34. Asa doesn't give up any ground. They kick it back to Battle for a three. Left side, good over Blue King. 2 feet, puts it up, no good. Offensive rebound, Huff, and his putback is good. We skip it to Godfrey on the left block. He lost the ball, able to pick it up, kick it out to Blue for a Scana Energy three-pointer. Blue Kane as he rips one.
We've been waiting for that.
58-41. Ike gets in deep, floats it in off the bounce. Good with the left hand. Was intended for. We go to Somto, a little high-low action, and Surreal puts it up on the left side. Good, off the window.
I tell you what, that's as nice a shot on the move as I've seen Somto make in a while.
Good pass. Godfrey works on the left end. Nice spin move from the left lane line into the paint. And he puts it up and in right in front of the bucket from 5 feet away. Steal by Gonzaga. Recovered by Demery. Took the ball back. Fires to Blue. Wide open three. Good. They didn't defend. And Kane rips another Scana Energy three. That's his second of the half. 64-48. Dogs switch to a 1-3-1, Chuck, and Caliph Battle just shoots right over it with a three from the left corner. Montgomery with the drive, windmill scoop, good, up off the glass from the left side of the rim. Deshane with his first points, and they continue to pound the Dogs here. Alley-oop to Asa for a dunk, and the assist from Godfrey. Nice job by the Bulldogs there. Now he turns, faces up, bounces it to Somto. Somto drives, leans in, and banks it home off the square. It always looks like, Chuck, he wants to go in for a two-handed dunk. Montgomery straight on three by the Dogs, won't go. Rebound, Somto and a dunk as he rips the rim. Shakes the basket. Shot clock rocking and rolling. 80-58. Brandon Klatsky's on the floor as well, a redshirt sophomore guard for the Dogs. There's a straight-on three by Silas. That's good. Demery now with 15 points, his second three of the game. 89-68. They'll dribble out the clock, and Gonzaga will defeat Georgia 89-68. That's our final.
Well, you hate to see it end this way for Georgia, but, you know, look, we got here. That was the goal coming into the season. So we made it here, and now we just, you know, we got to take that next step.
And the two Newell brothers are hugging at the middle of the floor. Asa, his 1 year at Georgia, and he'll be off for the NBA draft. And Jaden Newell, they got to play the last minute of the game. That's a nice moment for those two gentlemen. As Gonzaga advances and Georgia is eliminated and has to wait at least another year before winning a tournament game in the NCAA. Still haven't won one since 2002. It's been a while. All right, so the Dogs fall here in the opening round. 89-68. Gonzaga advances. We'll get into the Regions locker room report coming up next. Get your Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card today. Back after this on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
The improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to wire to win the SEC tournament.